folks, take the mask off. We're here at Lowe's in Augusta. They have graciously allowed us to come in. We chose Lowe's because they have a great Christmas selection. And don't worry, I'm doing the social distancing thing because they've closed. So we're all set with that. That's why I'm taking the mask off. They have a great Christmas selection, and that's what we want to talk about. Kind of the last part of a series of taking care of yourself during the holidays. So if you're ready, let's get started. You know, we're a strange lot of folks. We're fearless, courageous. Any part of the public safety organizations, you know, we're the group that will run into a burning building, the group that will charge towards someone with a weapon, or will kneel down beside someone that is covered in blood and significant trauma to try to help them. That's our makeup. But just the same way that trauma, physical trauma, can cause an injury, the type of emotional trauma that we see and that we deal with can cause just as much of an injury. And it's just as important for us to be able to manage that, because without that healing, that scar can cause a tremendous amount of hurt and pain later on in life. So our lifestyle is one that the wounds that we receive can actually be worse than the physical wounds from bombs and bullets. And if we don't manage those, then that the ripple effect throughout our lives and throughout our family, throughout our relationships, and throughout our job will continue to multiply. So the Christmas time is a great time to be able to talk about that for most of us, but sometimes Christmas can be the worst time as well. And it's important that we remember that as we're getting into the Christmas season, that the good times that we've had in the past, those successes that we have had in the past, are little bits and pieces that we can hang on to and can draw on when we have those bad calls, when we have those bad days. And sometimes that can get to the point where it's overwhelming, those bad days, or if we have those bad calls that come back to back. We're all just one call away from not being in the business anymore, whether that's fire, police, EMS, dispatch, nurses, doctors, doesn't make any difference. We're just one away. And if we lose any one of us, that hurts the team. But think about the ripple effect. If we lose somebody prematurely, for whatever reason, what type of effect is that going to have on the potential patients that person could have helped? Kind of a hard way to think about it, but it's something to think about, because every call that we go on, we leave a piece of us. And that call, we leave a piece of us with that patient, and that patient leaves a piece of them with us. And we don't know what type of an impact. Yes, if it's medical, and you know, we're sometimes the last line between life and death for some patients, and you know, we have a great sense of accomplishment when we can bring them back from the brink. But if one of us gets lost prematurely, then think of all the potential patients that person is not going to have an impact on. So my goal is that we don't want to lose anybody. So that's why we're talking about it. So the goal is we want to hang on to those past successes, and be able to draw on that to help us through those hard times. and then as the days go on, we can kind of focus in on those sweet little moments when we can make a difference in somebody's life. So I just want to end with just a little short story. I know, I'm a preacher, don't worry, it's going to be short. I was talking with a dear friend of mine just last week, paramedic, and he was telling me a story of a transport that he did with, took a little child, baby, and mom down to Portland, and when he got down there, he almost had tears in his eyes, and he thanked the mom for allowing him to be a part of that transport. And she says she didn't understand, so she asked, and he says, because that little baby smiled and cooed and giggled on the way down and just looked at me. And he said, that's what I needed. I needed to see that. I needed to have that little bit of fresh air. And he was very passionate as he was telling me the story. So the point that I wanted to bring out is, and the reason why I tell you that story, is that it touched me to make me think about, in a little bit different way, every patient encounter that I have. That something in that encounter, there's a reason why I'm dispatched to that call and not another truck at that particular time. That I can I come away with a different perspective that person has been able to give me, and I can feel thankful for it. Maybe a little thing, might be a smile, might be a coo, just might be able to hold somebody's hand. But whatever that is, I want you to hang on to it. We can all make it through this, whether you're having a hard time in the season or this is a great time of season for you. Time marches on. This too shall pass, and we'll come out on the other side. I don't want to lose anybody. If for some reason you're having a hard time, reach out, talk to somebody, open up, and it doesn't have to be anything big, but just reach out and ask for some help, and maybe it's just a matter of talking with somebody. Again, my phone number is at the end of the video, the phone number for the Frontline Warm Line. Just reach out to anybody and just talk. I hope this helps, and look forward to the next round of series that we'll do here at Mr. Bacon's Neighborhood. I want to thank you very much. Be safe, have a great holiday, and as always, make good decisions. Until next time, thank you.